are recording. In 3, 2, 1. Today's episode is sponsored by Topo Chico. The boys did it again. People ask, how do they do it? And we just tell them hard work, dedication, and the best fans possible.
And we are really, really, really good looking.
Yes, that too. Incredibly handsome. But it is presented by Topo Chico and Miller Lite, baby. The greatest light beer there ever was. And in today's episode, we are going to talk about, we're breaking some terrible news. The Storm Chaser is out of commish right now. The motor is totally broken. We'll dive back into that. Then we're going to talk about a sight fishing trip I went on where I got into a little fly fishing. Then we're going to talk about this past weekend fish with our good fishing trip with our good buddy, Emery LaFi. Now let's dive into the swamp. Welcome back to Sportsman's Paradise Podcast with your two anchors, Kent McGuire and Chase Carpenter. What up, Chase?
I'm hopefully optimistic that we'll find a motor in the next coming weeks.
I agree. I'm still on the lookout. So to give everyone a breakdown, my gorgeous 40 horsepower 1992 Yamaha 2-stroke has died.
If you thought this year can get any worse.
I mean, Joe,
Betty White, Bob Saget,
and now Storm Chaser's motor.
And Haley Bieber had a stroke, and that really took a toll on me.
Did she really?
Yeah, she's okay. She had to go to the hospital.
Oh, that's terrible. She's hot.
Losing 2 babes in 1 year? You fucking kidding me?
Not this year.
Better not. I can't handle it. I'm at the last. It is what it is. All right. I'm saving that one for something big.
It's the last. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But it's totally broken. The crankshaft in the middle broke it, so I brought it over to our to this boat shop I haven't been to, but everyone says great recommendation. It's the one right next to Mr. Binky's. If you've gone and fished Hopedale, you know where it is. Very nice people, but I dropped off the motor where it did run. I could get up for a little bit, and then it would go like I've said in the past pods, and I could never figure it out. Thought it was a fuel problem. Brought it over there, picked it up, and it was in 100 different pieces. And I was like, "Ooh, can you put this? Are we going to put this back together?"
This was the point of me bringing my boat here.
Yeah. So I got it back in worse shape than I left it, and my pocket's $150 less than when I went in for them to break my motor.
I think it's funny. Your reaction must have been like, "So is my motor fixed?" It's like, "Oh, obviously not, because every single piece is on the ground."
Yeah, it's in a cardboard box.
Yeah. Oh, so like, take it. The news is bad.
So that really sucked ass. And then I asked if they had any more. They did not have any. It was the crankshaft that was broken, y'all. So crankshaft, if you aren't familiar, that is right in the middle of the motor, and it is the whole motor pretty much.
So I'm not familiar. Did it require the whole entire motor to be taken apart for them to figure out, oh, look, the crankshaft?
I think
you don't think they could have had it a little more put together to be like, oh, turns out it's crankshaft.
I know.
They're like, fuck it, let's take this whole bitch apart. We're going to figure this bitch out.
I think they had to.
Okay.
And then the crankshaft, to buy a new crankshaft is $2,500, which is $500 less than I bought the whole entire boat for. So not worth it.
Yeah.
We are on the market for either a 2-stroke or a 4-stroke, 60 or 70 horsepower.
I'm team 70.
Yeah, I'm team 70 too.
But I'm kind of leaning towards 2-stroke just because you are familiar. I wouldn't say if I'm too familiar, but I'd say you and the boy are pretty familiar with the 2-stroke. Yeah. But everything's 4-stroke nowadays, so we got to convert sooner or later. You know, do they make 2-stroke still? Forgive my ignorance.
Yeah, mine too. I don't think they do.
So maybe it might just be time to adapt. You know, buy the new iPhone. The home button's gone.
And Ty Hibbs said he's done with 2-stroke, so it kind of made me think like, oh, I don't know.
He knows a lot. You're just sick of him.
Yeah, I think so. But I was trying to buy his 2-stroke, but I don't think he's ready to part ways with it. But me and Chase had an incredible deal on a Yamaha 2020 4-stroke, 70 horsepower, brand new rebuild. I mean, this thing was spit spam.
It's gorgeous.
Gorgeous. It looked beautiful. My friend found it for us. He sent it to us. I was like, wow, that looks so good. We called them. It was, how much was it? 6,000?
No, it was less. I think 4,500.
4,500. Yeah, it was an insane deal.
Yeah, it was like, whoa, get it now.
Yeah, and so I hopped on it right away. Called the guy. I said, perfect. I can come pick it up. He was in Mobile. I said, shit, I can move some things around. I'll drive there tomorrow morning. Drop off my boat. He installs it. Buys my other motor for free installation. And it was going to be perfect. Hang up the phone with him. Call Chase. I say, Chase, we got it, baby. Me and him are jacked up. We're yelling.
Just excited.
And then get off the phone with Chase. And then the guy texts me, hey, sorry, bud. The boss sold the motors already. And I was pissed. I was like, God damn it.
Yeah, and then I got a text. Oh, it's already sold. I'm like, damn. I had a feeling of what it's like to be in like the stock market.
Yeah.
Oh, gone. Everything.
Too late.
We've done the South Park. It's like, we can invest your money in this, and it's gone. That's what I felt like. Yes. And we're gonna move the money here, and it's gone. All right, have a good day. That's what I felt like. It's like, what? I was all happy telling my dad, we got a motor. Yeah.
And it's gone. But it really sucked. So that was a bitch.
Yeah.
And but now discussion is a 4-stroke or a 2-stroke. So kind of on the market that I've been looking at.
Yeah.
Some of the 4-strokes, like the 2-strokes, I feel like are so rare to come by. You don't know how they treated them. They're always kind of old. They're always kind of old, and they are awesome though and easy to work with.
But one benefit that we could get if we bought, say, did we ever consider getting a new one? Because we have warranty. Like Yamaha warranty is good.
Oh no, I haven't even
like that's a kind of a little protective blanket. Like you remember what Kyle was telling us, they replaced his transom.
Yes.
On that Yamaha. So maybe new. And Mercury, I've heard a lot of good things about Mercury's, but I don't have any friends with Mercury's right now.
No, unless it's like a Mercury 400. And that's totally different ball game.
Yeah. 70, 50.
Suzuki, we'll have to ask Harrison Shell.
Yeah.
He has that, 40 horsepower
Mercury? Yes. So yeah, there's a lot of things. If y'all listen to this and have input, DM us. We'd love to get in a little conversation.
Yes, and educate us.
Feel
free to educate us because we're on the market. And if you sell motors, even better. And then the 4-strokes, they're just newer, I guess more reliable. But if they break,
they'll have more parts.
I'm screwed.
Why'd you say that?
Because I don't know how to.
You have to pay for repairs. So we figure it out, but they seem more complicated.
They do seem more complicated. I'm sure we could figure out something.
Yes.
And then we do. This is like on the bright side. I don't know how to think on this one. We have a Suzuki 4-stroke, 70 horsepower that we would get for free, but it's been sitting out. Not sure if it starts. We don't have a key. So is it worth the time and money to have a project with that?
Because let's be honest, it's time, but we got to pay a lot of money because we don't have the experience. So our time isn't that valuable, essentially. We can go stare at it for 5 hours and then end up paying someone to fix it. And they're like, hey, it's going to cost $5,000.
Right. And then we're back to step one, but now we have an old Suzuki.
Exactly. So that's our fear.
Yeah, that's our biggest fear with that one. And then that's motor talk.
That is. And there's a lot of talk to be done.
Yes.
We have a lot to discuss. So please chime in. We can bring on a guest if y'all feel like an expert in it or whatever.
Yes, we would love that because we need to we need to know a little more about motors.
Educate ourselves.
And that was gear talk, gearheads.
Gearheads.
We're a bunch of gearheads. And now we're moving on to our next segment. Oh, wait, watch this, Chase. This is going to be fun, y'all. This is what happens when we produce our own podcast. You're going to say, and that was gear talk when I give you the go sign.
Okay. And that was gear talk. And that was we have a live studio. And that was gear talk. It's off again.
What are you doing?
No, it's someone saying, what are you doing? We're figuring it out. Yeah. It's still going. All right, it's going. It's still going. As you can tell, our studio audience is a little rambunctious because they won't shut the fuck up. Off. All right. And that was Gearhead segment. Exactly, y'all. We're getting better.
Wait, and then say, and now for your favorite segment, our past fishing trips, sponsored by Topo Chico and Miller Lite Hard Seltzer. But do your own flair.
Okay. And now, our favorite segment. Talking about past fishing trips. Brought to you by Topo Chico and Miller. There it is. Wah, 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 wah.
Shit.
You know in the Sunny in Philadelphia episode where Mac's big break, I remember the exact episode actually.
Yeah, tell me.
It's when Mac gets on the radio show, but regardless, Dennis and Dee try to film a podcast.
The best.
And they start pressing the buttons and it's like zing, the laser, zing.
What was that one?
So is there a war going on? From my understanding, a war?
We needed some action. We brought cricket.
Hey, cricket, I'll pay you in lemons.
Yeah.
All right, give me the lemons. Good for scurvy. At least I didn't bang that dumb horn. I love Sonny.
Okay. Now, I love Sony as well.
So
Shit.
good. Maya sent me a link. They're having a Sunny podcast. You know that podcast they're doing?
Mm-hmm.
They're having callers come in for trivia, and I called twice.
Did it get in?
No. And I left one message. And I was like, hello. I didn't know what to say. I was like, I'm just calling about your spaghetti policy. Can I bring a spaghetti in an open container? Thank you. And then hung up, and I was like, that was stupid.
Damn.
Like, called again, and I think I asked about Lethal Weapon 5.
And why it's not.
Yeah, like, where can I view this? I really enjoy the cinematography and
My local video store went out of business.
Mhm.
The classics.
Yeah.
So fishing, my fishing trips. So as y'all know, after Gearhead segment, we do not have a motor.
The recap.
Yeah, the recap. And so we have not been able to go fishing too often unless someone invites us. So if you have some, hey, and that brings us to our begging segment.
segment.
If you don't have any fishing buddies to go with on a certain day, feel free to call us and we would love to join. Just please don't rape and murder us.
Yes, we are trusting random people.
Yes. And we won't do that to you. Scout's honor.
Scout's honor. How do you do that?
I don't know. We will not.
This is a binding contract. We will get arrested, probably for the rape and murder too, but they're double it because like you're on video and you promise them.
You promise you
So,
Scout's honor to
You sack of shit. You're going to jail for life. We're not even angry about the murder.
deal. So let us know if you need any fishing buddies. We'd love to hop on.
Yeah.
We'll pay for gas, bait.
And gas is a lot now.
Yeah, gas is a lot now. So we'll pay for half the gas. Just
We
kidding.
won't pay for gas. We'll pay for gas. Where are we going? That depends on where we're going.
Yes. All right. But we will pay. I swear.
Yes.
Scout's honor. So I went sight fishing.
Yeah.
And it was a blast. We went out and it was pretty windy. The water was not very clear at all.
So not ideal.
Not ideal at all.
For fly fishing.
But we got there, and we saw a big old black drum at first. I spotted him out. I said, "Ooh, what's that? A big old catfish?" But it wasn't. It was a big old black drum. So I tossed to it. It bit it, hooked it, popped out, which I was very happy about because
waste the whole 10 minutes on that. Another fish around.
Maybe even longer because I had my little 5'2" rod. It would have been it would have beat the shit out of me. And then I switched over. I really wanted to do a topwater frog redfish sight cast because I was like, this will be fucking sweet.
Frog down in down wherever.
Yeah, so I've never done it. I've never sight casted with a frog. So I was like, this will be sweet. Didn't see anything for a while. Blind casting, nothing. Then I launched the frog into the wind, a little bit of backlash. Then it caught. Then the frog the line broke and the frog flew into the marsh. So switched over to spinnerbait.
Yep.
Spinner.
Could have been the very last person in history to touch that frog.
Yeah.
It's gone forever.
An alligator probably ate it like a moron. So then I switched to spinnerbait, hooked into one decent size red, wasn't too big, got off pretty fast. And then I said, screw this. I've done this before. I want to do fly fishing. I said, this looks kind of fun. So Hudson taught me how to fly fish. And I picked it up pretty fast. It was pretty easy.
If you have coordination,
yes,
you can figure it out.
Luckily, we aren't only handsome, we are very coordinated.
Yes. Besides the autism, we got the whole thing.
Yes. I mean, that's the worst part about it.
Yeah, but it's okay. Just a little hit of the tism.
Yes. That's why probably no one's calling us to go fishing.
We'll work on it.
Those little autistic bastards. Okay. So
is that cancel proof?
No.
Yeah.
We're a comedy podcast. We try to make jokes. Sometimes they don't hit.
Hey, if y'all try to cancel us, I'll unlock the gates of hell next episode, and we will be canceled.
We will.
Or I will.
Yes.
People be like, dude, what was that all about, man? You just freaked out on the mic for 30 minutes. Incoherent ramblings.
So fly fishing. Picked it up pretty easy. It was super windy, though, so it was pretty tough to, drop it right where I wanted. But then we saw this big old, 32-inch redfish. It was a monster. And I was like, come on, baby. Come on. Get it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it for him. I'm working it. Kaboom. Pop it right in front of him. Forgot to strip. I was like, oh, shit. So then I started stripping it. Strip. Then my pants fell off. Just kidding. I got it past him. So he was like, pick it up and do it again. So I pick it up, did it slowly the first time. So it didn't make a big splash. And I'm nervous because I'm like, this is awesome.
This is the one.
Yeah, I'm going to get him. Do it again, throw it behind it, yank it out of the water. Still doesn't go away. Throw it in again, a little too in front of it. And it turned. I yank it out of the water again after he said, don't do it. Then the redfish spooked, flew off. So I did that twice on two different redfish. Then it was tough. It was windy. And then we saw one more right when we pulled into a little cut and it was swimming out and I just wasn't quick enough. I had a regular rod.
Was this redfish back out the water? Were you skinny and a small?
No, it was pretty high water. High, dirty, windy.
Okay.
Pretty shitty conditions for sight
Y'all
fishing.
probably just passing over a ton of them. Because when I was doing it with them, I just looked around like, oh shit, one's right there.
Yeah, it was tough. It was tough. We didn't even see a sheephead. Damn. We didn't even see many. So, but it was a fun trip. And then now that brings us into our next segment, which is 100% sponsored by Miller Lite. Miller Lite. Hey, live audience, let's get a hand for Miller Lite.
Come on, y'all. Don't laugh at Miller Lite. Clap next time.
Oh, yeah, clap. Should I try another one? Is that
let's try a clap, everyone.
Let's see what we got.
Let's try a clap. There it is. Yes.
One more time, y'all.
Well done. That was.
Oh,
And that's the way the cookie crumbles.
All right. So thank you, Miller Lite.
Mm-hmm.
Let's hop back into the pod.
Yes. Now we're going to most recent fishing story. And that was this past weekend with Emery LaFi. We had a great opportunity to go down to one of his clients' camp, which is an RV down in Hopedale, and use his little express boat. And it was amazing.
It was sweet.
I'm all about the RVs because you can pick up and go in a storm.
And it was Spirit of Halloween.
Spirit of Halloween. Yeah. So if you're ever like, where do these freaking Spirit of Halloweens come from? They come from a guy in Hopedale.
Yeah. Who's a legend.
Legend. Everyone knew him. Bobby.
Yeah. Bobby Jackson.
Except me.
I don't think that's his last name, but
No.
Bobby. We're going to have to get Bobby on the pod.
Yeah. I want to meet him. I'm gonna every time I Hopedale, Bobby. Just
Bobby.
yell it.
You know, Bobby. We were on, so we get there. Original plan was we wanted to do we wanted to film the fishing trip.
Yeah.
But that came to a sudden halt.
Yep.
When my dumbass forgot the charger, or I didn't forget the charger. I grabbed the wrong charger, resulting into our GoPro starting out at 40% battery.
Yeah. And it's a tough one
And it was dying fast as fuck.
because we wanted to get footage on the way there.
Yeah.
And
so
we did.
we did. And then we had nothing to finish the video with. So maybe we'll just use the beginning clips
Just cut it
for
off.
another fishing trip.
Yeah. We'll
Y'all
be out in
never know.
Mexico and then Hopedale and then
Yeah.
boom, Mexican waters. Like, what?
Catching marlin. So we drove down there, got there. We discussed we were going to do a pod
Yes.
there discussing where we're going to go a little before the trip. Then we're going to do a quick little after the trip. And then we were going to do a recap in the studio.
Yes.
But we had a little bit too many Miller Lights, and college basketball March Madness was on, and
Day
LSU
two,
was
right?
playing. Yeah, day 2.
Yeah, that's a
So it ended up the file corrupted,
Mhm.
and we couldn't record. It just deleted, gone in the atmosphere.
And then we were watching South Park.
Yeah, and then cut to we're watching South Park. By the way, if you haven't seen the new South Park season, it's hilarious. And the newest episode, St. Patty's Day one, phenomenal.
Hilarious.
But we watched the Tigers lose.
Yeah.
I'm hot on my live bets, everyone. So if you want us to post our bets on our story and follow us, cheer in with the boys at SPP, let us know.
Just Venmo us 50% of what you win and we're good.
Then we're golden.
Yeah.
Then we're golden.
And we have zero liability.
Yes. Yeah. By the way, no liability. I suck at gambling, but boy, is it fun.
Yeah.
But I caught kind of a little heater. I'm
That's
up
nice.
$346.
Let's burn that heater tonight or
Yes.
whatever. Just
Yes.
burn it.
Yesterday I was working at home, put on women's basketball. Little upset was coming in the women's March Madness. I bet on the underdog plus 600. They lost by 40.
Damn.
So that was $10 down the drain.
It happens.
But fly fishing.
No, we already did.
We already did fly fishing, but we got to get back to fly fishing really quick.
Mhm.
We got to get your fly rod.
The small one.
Is it small?
It's fucking. Cook has a good one, but I think he took it down to St. Thomas. But this one is for river trout up in Colorado, but it'll get the job done.
He'll get the job. We'll figure it out. So fishing with Emery, get there, watch college basketball. Then we launch the boat and tell that story because I drove off because I backed y'all in.
Oh yeah, so we launched the boat, and this guy with the stud boat, he had like a 300 Mercury on the back, and then 2 gator tails on the side of them, so he can do it all. He pulls up, I'm like kind of intimidated. He's like, "That's Bob's boat,"
And it's like 10:30 at night.
yeah, and Emery's like, "Yeah." The guy stares at us, and I'm like, "Emery, explain that he let us use the boat." Like, this guy's sitting here like, "I know your boat, but I don't know you." I was like, "Whoa." I'm like, "Hey, yeah, Bobby let us use it." And the guy's like, "All right," and pulled off.
That's Bobby's boat. Yeah, it is.
Like, no, continue. Explain our situation.
We're not robbing this
Yeah,
boat.
we didn't just steal it.
Oh shit. So that was funny.
That was.
But then we pulled it around. Woke up in the morning.
Windy as hell. Open the door, whip the door open, flags blaring. It's like, uh-oh.
Yeah, it was going to be a tough day.
Yeah, we had a dream of going out and fishing the Bourne area, but we weren't going to take Bourne. We went through Malo.
Went through Malo.
Wanted to hit our Land of Giants.
Yes.
Which I still had confidence in despite the wind, but we didn't get live shrimp. And we made a decision live shrimp was a move.
Yes.
They didn't have it at Candy Shrimp area, which Campos or Hopedale.
Right, which was a bitch.
So we got dead shrimp, but we tried it.
Yeah, we got nothing, not even a nibble. Actually, we got one catfish.
Yep.
So then we left there, but it was funny because on the way there, I was like, hey, by the way, it gets pretty shallow, so you got to stay in this canal.
We didn't stay in the canal.
We did not stay in the canal.
Stay straight.
And we kept getting very shallow, and I thought the boat, since it's a little aluminum express, it could get real shallow. But I guess my boat just can get extremely shallow because it's not
motor
a VL.
They need to get trim tabs so they can lift the motor more, and then we can get shallower.
Yeah. So
couldn't.
And Emery's getting nervous.
Yeah, he's getting nervous. It wasn't his boat, but he was getting nervous.
Right. I think that's why he was nervous, because it wasn't his boat. Then the motor stopped pissing.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was never pissing, but it definitely wasn't pissing after that. So then we went a little back route, still got to our spot. Didn't catch anything. Found out that it is like 30 feet deep.
Yeah, it's a deep little hole. I like it a lot.
So that was pretty wild.
And then we went to the spoils to hide from the storm or the wind.
The wind. So we wanted to get to one spot.
Shallow again.
But it was shallow, and he was like, we ain't fucking doing that. So I was like, all right, let's keep trolling down the spoils. So we just trolled all the way down the spoils till
the first turn with the poles.
Yeah.
And we worked the side, and we got on it eventually when you were pulling your thing behind.
Yeah. So I just re-spooled my Corrado, backlashed it. I'm like, motherfucker. So then I just let it out the back of the boat while we're trolling to just let it out and mess with it. And then all of a sudden it starts yanking like a son of a bitch. Like I got
stuck.
Yeah.
It looked like it.
Yeah. I thought I got stuck by a tree and I almost just broke it off.
Then it started yanking a different direction.
Yeah. And I was like, holy shit, I actually got a fish. So then I reeled it in with the backlash. Thank God it didn't snap the line because it was pulling drag like a son of a gun. I forgot how hard
Reds can pull.
And
then we netted it, and your lure spindle got stuck. And then I got a fish on.
Yeah, and then Chase caught one right after that, and Chase was like, "Can I get the net?" And I said, "No, you can't."
Yeah, because I had a twitch bait on, and the hooks were not good. I was not confident in the hook set because I didn't really hook set. It kind of just bit it and pulled back.
So then I ended up just taking the hook out of the fish. But the lure was still caught in the net that was connected to my pole that was wrapped around 15 times around my pole. So I couldn't get it. And then we're yanking the net and I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And then we luckily got it in.
And when I was trying to grab the fish before the net, my finger got stuck on the treble hooks. And I'm like, oh,
really?
Yeah. And he netted it. And then I got loose and pulled out. So I was like, yo, this is a bad place. If it pulled, it would have went in good.
Ouch.
Yeah.
But it didn't get barb?
No, didn't get barb because Emery netted it right after that. And I was able to pull it down.
Okay, nice.
A bad move because I just wanted to get it in the boat.
That would have sucked big time.
Avoided that one. And then we had them on.
If everyone hears the rain, we're filming this during that Tuesday massive storm. And we figured we would do that because we are still chasing storms, even though the storm chaser's gone.
It's a lifestyle, not a phase.
Mom. But then we kept trolling down.
Yep.
You got
a third one got on, and it was the bigger one.
It was a big one.
And we were fighting it, and sadly we lost it at the boat.
On the net. We have footage of it, so we can break it down. Maybe we'll break it down on the Instagram. But boy, I was stressing in the back. I was like, "Oh, just net it, just net it, or just pull the net back, let them tire out."
Yep.
So it ended up getting off. That was devastating.
Yeah.
And then we trolled down a little more, which is some of my favorite fishing ever.
Pitching and working and just covering ground.
Oh yeah, by the way, we got rid of the shrimp. We didn't use the dead shrimp.
Lures this time.
We switched to lures.
I like to be pitching with lures. I don't want to deal with the cork and reeling it up and then the shrimp popping off.
No, it's a pain in the ass. You're getting grass. It's just a pain. You can't pop it right. Then you have 4 people in the front.
My idea is if you're moving ground like that, you put it in front of a redfish face, lure, or shrimp. You're getting it.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know, we're moving too quick for it just to be sitting there.
I agree. Unless you're Richmond.
Let Richmond pulls behind. He's figured it out.
He's a brilliant
You work your ass off in the front. And he's bringing in a red chilling.
Brilliant fucker.
Yeah.
So then I caught another little red on I think spinner again.
Yeah.
And it was the weirdest experience ever. Because we were trolling pretty fast. Wind's blowing about 15 to 20 behind us, pushing us.
Mm-hmm.
And this thing was swimming right at me. And I'm yelling at Chase. I'm like, this is fucking crazy. I've never experienced a feeling like this. Then we get it to the boat. I start playing with it a little because I'm like, this isn't a keeper. And then Emery got the net. And he was like, oh, I got it. Let me net it. I was like, let me play with this little bastard. He ain't 16. Pull it up. Boom. 16 and a half.
Yeah, we forgot our gauges were off.
Yes. We haven't seen one in forever.
Yeah, and the first two, I was like, oh, those are 16, 17, 18. They're like 20, 21, 22.
Yeah.
I was like, no.
Maybe even 23.
Yeah. I was like, those weren't.
But that was fun. So then after we got that one, we trolled a little more. Wind just kept picking up.
Yeah, we tried to find new spots and just didn't get on them. Then the midday lull hit.
Yep. Then it kind of got hot. Tide wasn't moving at all. Tide really wasn't moving all day.
It wasn't, which is kind of frustrating because I would have killed the Land of Giants better.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
So that stunk. No tide. That makes it just tough to catch trout when you just can't find any movement or clean water.
Yeah, we found some clean water, but very shallow water.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't push through it. But I do think if we worked that shallow water more, maybe with spoons, we didn't have weedless gear either.
Yeah, I think
we could have got on one or two.
I agree.
There's a kayaker in there who I don't know. I like seeing him.
Me too, because he knows where to go. Yeah. I think.
I just in my mind, I'm not going to waste all that energy trying something that's not going to be fruitful. But I could be wrong.
Mm-hmm. But I agree. And then we left.
Yep.
We loaded the boat up, cleaned the fish, watched a little more basketball. Then got out of there. It was a great trip.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. I love Hopedale. I just love the area. There's so many areas to go fishing.
There really is.
And then if you have no luck, just troll.
Yeah.
Find something.
It is. It's so true. And it is so close to home.
Yeah, it's so easy.
God, is it easy.
And you get to stop on Sonic on the way there and back.
Yeah, we did a double. We two-timed it. Emery, if you're listening to this, when we headed up, we ended up having to go up, meet him up there a little late. We felt bad waiting, making him wait to leave. But then he went to Winn-Dixie to get us dinner, and we went to Sonic.
It's like, it's all right. I'm an early eater.
Yes. So we ate 2 dinners.
Yep.
And then on the way back, I mauled Sonic.
Mm-hmm.
Those chili cheese Frito wraps, y'all. If you haven't had them, go get one. Sonic, you're next to sponsor.
Yes. Oh, they had the best breakfast burritos, the Supreme ones with the jalapenos in them.
It's hands down the best fast food restaurant.
Hands down. Now, Chick-fil-A's up there because of the impeccable service.
No. I hate Chick-fil-A.
Really?
I don't like Chick-fil-A. I like it, but I hate how people would literally get on their knees and
for it.
Sorry, I had popcorn stuck in my throat.
Yeah.
Or was that a loser who loves Chick-fil-A's down the Chick-fil-A man's throat?
Out at Swanee, people are willing to drive 45 minutes to an hour to get it. I'm like, I don't care that fucking much.
Right. Like, it isn't that good.
Yeah, I ain't driving an hour. Like, what are we going to do the whole time? Like Chick-fil-A, and then we eat it, and then we drive back? What?
Yeah.
There was a McDonald's right at the exit. That's where I'd go to.
Yeah, which is
and guess what? A Sonic. BOGO wings on Monday. Sheesh.
Yeah, I would have never made it past the Sonic to the Chick-fil-A.
Sonic right
there. Yeah, Sonic right there. Mm-hmm. But that's our podcast.
Mm-hmm.
That's the boys over at Sportsman's Paradise Podcast. Reminder, this is y'all's homework for when y'all leave.
Yes.
1, if you have a boat and you need 2 people to fish with, DM us and invite us fishing. That is homework assignment number 1. Homework assignment number 2 also could be replaceable with homework assignment number 1. If you sell motors, have a motor, or know someone who has a motor that would fit us,
Yes.
DM us. We will buy it.
And if you're good at stealing, we don't care.
Yes, we will not judge. If it just ends up in our house, we will use it.
Yes.
And then number 3, this one just means the world to us. Go give us a 5-star review. Leave us a cute little comment like, oh, those boys are so handsome and coordinated and can catch fish.
Yes.
And like and subscribe on our podcast. Go follow us on Instagram at Sportsman's Paradise Podcast. Follow us on Twitter at SPPod5. And have a great weekend.
Yes.
Tight lines. Peace. Oh, wait. Do this really quick. Let me move this. And then do this.
I like how we held it for excessive amount.
All right, let me end this.